left the franchise, left the session. Why the fuck he leave the session?
Wake up, the cake up, raise up, or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you, right now on you.
Nah, boy, I was just in a session with him. He left the session.
Waiting on the rain for the stars in it.
Yeah, there you go.
Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the white flag, they forfeit it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Y'all gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off.
He said Twan be getting at that.
Did an option and set it off. Duck goose line record coming through. Yeah, hit him with the smell of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem.
Oh man, come on. He said my shit tripping, though. Hey man, he ain't about to play, bruh. He talking about his shit tripping.
He playing.
Huh?
You can't beat me impossibly. Reds on this, my house like my property. Do a quarter best niggas on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the officer block for me. I stick on him down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Back in, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again.
There it go.
Wake up, the champs is in, champion. We won't back
I'm about to just hurry up and play his ass so we can hurry up and motherfucking get this shit over.
No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. I just hate the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long, on 1st and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep.
Oh, that liquor gone, baby.
Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name. We want back in, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again, We wake them up, the champs is in, champion. We want back in, wipe my sins.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, let's go. 21. Hey, South.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I got number 80. Gun. 11.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him for a loss of 5.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline.
3 down. 21. 25. Right. Check. He's coming. Hey, let's go.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Then now running right through him. And he works free. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up. Light. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. Jumbo.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
3 down. 21. 97's the mic.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
36.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Third and short, it's Booker. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now.
You're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Play action. Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Hey, South!
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
20! Let's go!
Play action. Ryan. Looking long for Thomas. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Let's go!
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Get up!
They go play action now. Ryan. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Get up!
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Second and 10 now. Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On third down, Ryan eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Stafford now on second down.
Damn,
for
he came
Brown,
over
and
and
it's
worked
intercepted.
that bitch.
Picked off at the 38.
Let's go.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got his man, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Smoke whipping up on his right.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Oh, yeah! Let's go, let's go, let's go. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Set, lady!
On second down, here's Stafford.
Come
And his
on,
throw
man.
is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Tight ends right.
throwing on third down. Stafford. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So the Broncos coming out now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Buying time to his left. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. A huge play there for Denver. And even 70 yards.
Dang. Out.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try and run with Booker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On third and goal, Ryan. This pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a fourth and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Set. Get a 20.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Oh, my God.
Picked up by Jamal Agnew.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Stanford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Oh.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
We got three, fellas. We got jumbo, set. 97's the mic, 97's the mic. Zebra.
Out of the gun, Stafford. This one complete to Theo Riddick. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Jumbo. Ready.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
21, let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, Ryan. From the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Hey, let's go. Hey, guns. 21.
On 1st down, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
21.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On 3rd down, Booker. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Hey, let's go. Ready, set.
On 3rd down, Ryan being chased out left. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. This guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator.
Fuck you,
body
bitch.
after body getting to him before he can get started.
Let's go.
This nigga picking the
Now
shit out of me
Johnson.
right now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Set, lady.
Stafford. And he's got Will complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead in the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Monday. Go. Pick it up. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
No problem, man.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They run. It's Johnson. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Ryan on 2nd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught. That goes for a gain of 31.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too. 3
red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos.
Fucking me up.
Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Hey, go here! Set! 250!
To throw on second down is Stafford. And
Damn! He fucking learned that shit too!
Picked off by Todd Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
God
Yet
dang.
another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Left side here to Sanders. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
To throw on second down, Ryan forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Oh, I couldn't get that pick.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
3 down, 3 down. Set. Waiting.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left.
Oh, he got hit.
My goodness, another interception.
Oh, he got hit.
Picked off by Todd Davis. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Ryan. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
They go play action with Ryan. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, my
on the
God.
crossing route. He hits Demarius
Just
Thomas.
got left, though.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demarius Thomas with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Lions now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Set. 180.
They pitch it out to Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
Come on. You got to hold that.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
3 down. 3 down. 11. 97's the mic.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Throwing on 1st down. Ryan.
What the fuck?
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Broncos add on. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Hurry up, get set.
Hey, man, you ain't shit.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got 21.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Every fucking route.
I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
You can't throw it. You can't even throw it to
play
him.
Action. Here's Stafford. And he's got Rodgers. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
I can't throw it to the
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, you got 3.
I'll take him.
3 down.
Well,
From the 50, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Come on, AB.
The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st down, Stafford here. He's going to go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down. We go set. Blue 80. Jumbo, set. 97's the mic.
Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down.
Damn!
Here's another interception.
That nigga learned
Picked
everything,
off by Todd Davis. And he's into the clear. The 30.
This motherfucker fucking me over,
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I can't get nothing.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Todd Davis. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
To throw is Ryan. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
What are you doing? Get out!
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Flush to his right. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed.
Oh, my God.
Another interception.
He's just picking everything
up,
the 28.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Hey, let's go!
After the interception, here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Ryan, he couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Ryan.
They ain't let me jump.
Another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
White. 97's the mic. 97. Dribble, set.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 52 yards.
I didn't retain much as a former defensive back, but I do remember you don't tip the ball in the air. You either intercept it or knock it down. Otherwise, this is what happens.
Pains you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. The ball's tipped up, they come up and grab it and get a big play out of it.
Big play indeed. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for them now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Out. Shitty as hell. He got user like a motherfucker, though. I know that.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Get up! Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Get up! Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 to go.
Ryan wants to throw it. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0, Zild.
Man, he beat the dog shit out of me, boy.